Oi, what's up boys and grots and little snots, and can't forget the digger knobs. Walker's Workshop.
Hey, what's going on everybody? This is G The Hypersapien, and in this video we're going to continue exploring the Ork Miniature Range. Now we're on to vehicles, as I said previously. In this video we're going to look at Ork Trukk. Now, as you can see, the Battle Wagon and the Ork Trukk didn't seem to get an update box-wise and art. So, as you can probably see, it's quite different from the other Ork kits that I've been reviewing. Anyway, that doesn't matter too much. It's just different than all the other ones that I reviewed. So, obviously you get one Citadel miniature. So, multi-part plastic kit. As you can see, quite a nice truck there. You get the bed of the truck. You get the dude shooting, and then you get the dude driving. It contains one model. You get the Citadel suggested paint scheme. As you can see, it's set out differently back then. With this kit, it slides up like that. Then we have one sprue, two sprue, and then we have an ancient assembly guide, and then we get a old school transfer sheet. But as always, we'll start with the assembly guide. Now this is one weird assembly guide compared to all the other ones that I've been reviewing. So it's like really old school this is. Wonder when this was made, this box set in this style. Not sure it says it on it. But anyway, English. Before assembling your model kit, read through these instructions carefully to assemble this kit. You will need some suitable adhesive for the metal or plastic parts. So Games Workshop Citadel don't do metal kits anymore. And a sharp modelling knife. A pair of clippers can also be useful when removing the components from the sprue. Carefully clean off any plastic mould lines and injection markings using a modelling knife. Remember to make cuts away from your body and fingers. Adult supervision is recommended when using adhesives and tools. So that's slightly different than the other kits I've reviewed. Also shows the adhesive, which is basically plastic glue, the knife, and then it shows a couple of don't glue and optional extras. So yeah, this is going to be a blast from the past. I don't even really remember them like this. I guess I've built so many new kits. Strange to see it this way, let's put it that way. I'm sure people that have gone through plenty of these truck kits are used to it, jumping back and forth. Anyway, one, get all these wheels. So you get 6 wheels, quite simple to put together. As you can see, you basically just glue 2 sides together, 2 pieces of the wheel to complete it. So you get a few different variations, I guess. Obviously you have to make sure you get in the right one for the back, the middle and the front. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Just putting the body together. Step 2. The third step. So all of these, obviously you use glue. So as you can see, this part goes on top of step 2. You can see it comes down over it. Get all these parts as well, engine and bits of the body. You put all the wheels together. I mean, you could just leave it like that. Hey, imagine going to war on this. Step 5. So this is building the body of the decking. It's quite strange to not see numbers in the rest of it. Step 6. So as you can see, this is the previous step. Stick some exhaust in, a bit more floor. Get the front of the truck. And this is basically the bed that you built before. And step 7, put all these pieces together. Like the front here with that glyph there, that looks cool. Get some more exhaust. Step 8, this is when the orcs start coming into it, so you get the gunner. His one arm is holding it, the other arm comes around and just rests on it. It'd be loading the ammo and whatnot. And you get the driver with his seat, the frame and his arms. And most of the truck is complete. You do get this front plate here, and obviously these little parts. These, I guess, are the variations or options. So this goes onto the front part that you just built. Now these are old as. I remember these back in the day as well, like Gork and Morka days. These have been around forever, these parts. Like a battering ram, I guess. Times 2 of these are saying not to use the glue. That's what that symbol was. This is one of those kits that you can kind of do a little bit of customization if you've got the skill. Obviously you want to build the base of the vehicle, but you could add some more panels with plastic cards or parts from Death Dreads or whatever. Looks pretty beastly once it's together though. So now we'll have a look at the sprues. So this is basically the main part of the truck. You get some nice wheels. Now for such an old kit, these wheels still look really nice, I have to say. So obviously you get different size wheels, you get all these panels. Looks like that's the engine side by side. Stick that together. And these panels, I like how this has some texture to it and some rivets. Now this is still really nice. I like how this has been put together. You get all these different textures, different types of metals. So it's an old kit, but it still has a nice lot of detail to it. So this is the dude that's driving. Doesn't have his legs, so his feet are separate. Has his arm and his other arm. And you get plenty of wheels, don't you? You can see all the different sizes and shapes. But it's nice, all these different designs, these bits of armor plating that are on them. Because most factions don't really have wheels of such, do they? So, you know, I guess there's a bit of armor protection from those laser weapons. We'll flip him around and we'll have a look at his face. Now for such an old kit, that is a really nice face. Really nice helmet that. Because as I was reviewing the kit I thought, oh, I've got to change these faces, which I most likely will, or customize them somehow, but still one of those faces that's really unique, because obviously there's just one of them unless you buy multiple of these kits. But yeah, have to use him, but I have to use this head elsewhere, find a home for him. We get the second sprue, so front looks nice. Some nice detail there. Get those exhausts. That's a really nice detail right there. These are those parts that I said have been around since I was basically a kid. Same design. I mean, this kit's pretty old, but this was on the truck before this kit. The Gorka Morka days. These are some nice parts with some nice glyphs on them. It's an old kit, but you can't really be too mad at the way it looks. Still got some nice details on it. I mean, it'd be crazy to see what they do with a new truck if they were to update it. Couldn't really imagine how crazy and good it would be, but you know, it's still a pretty cool kit. Alright, let's have a look at his face. Yeah, yet again, have to go through all the parts I've got and work out what faces and heads and stuff I want, but it's another unique Ork face sculpt for sure. Nice gunner hand and arm. That's another nice Ork body right there. You have so many of these kits and you customize them, that body would come in handy for, you know, like a heavy weapon person or something. It's just a nice pose. A bit different than your slouched over boys and knobs and stuff. It's got a nice little pose to it. Now these hands are a little bit outdated, long and flat. Never particularly liked them. They do the job holding the weapon or whatever, coming out and under. But yeah, that's the Ork Trukk kit review. It was definitely a blast from the past. Definitely ancient the way the instruction guide was. Now I hope you enjoyed that. As always, I appreciate you watching and supporting the channel. This was G The Hypersapien, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.